This is a game in the random New Year's Flash tournament between Armenian King, commanding Carthage, and NNS Wingman 999999999999999 commanding Carthage. Got a bit carried away there, sorry about that. 9! Okay. So the factions were selected at random, which is why we have Carthage versus Arverni. Super MLG Carthage build from the Armenian King, very standard barbarian build from Arverni. So this is round 1, game 1. With a build like this, with a Carthage build like this, the whole point is to use the 6 Carthaginian cavalry to tie down enemy skirmishers, tie down enemy infantry, rush in with the Libyan infantry, and then use the elephants to wreck the rest of the army. It can be super effective. If the elephants die, then you're in for a rough time, because the Carthaginian cavalry, not great against infantry. But looking at the deployments here, I am a bit worried about what 9 is doing, because he's spreading so thin. And spreading this thin against an army that consists of a lot of cavalry and an elephant is asking for trouble. So for Carthage we have war elephants, we have 6 Carthaginian cavalry, then we have 6 Libyan infantry. Yep, then we have 3 mercenary Gallic warriors and 2 late Libyan hoplites. For Arverni we have a very thin front line consisting of 6 chosen swords backed up by Celtic warriors, Levy freemen, Oathsworn, heavy horse, Celtic youths, Celtic slingers, Celtic youths, the standard stuff, basically. So only 3 heavy horse, I believe, yep, only 3 heavy horse. So in theory, this Arverni army can work against the Carthaginian army. The chosen swords will do well against the Libyan infantry on the charge. The problem is that there are 3 layers of infantry here. The late Libyan hoplites are going to be able to tie down a lot of units. Then the Gallic warriors charge in, and then the Libyan infantry charge in, and that setup can be hard to defeat for the chosen swords frontally. But there is Oathsworn support for Arverni in the rear. But still, this very wide Arverni formation, I'm a bit worried about it for Arverni. Because it's going to get, once the skirmishers are tied down and once all of the infantry is engaged, then it's just a matter for Armenian King of bringing in the elephants from a flank and then just roll up the entire Arverni army. So Armenian King is just taking his time here. He has a super aggressive build, but he just he's patient. He spends his time trying to get into a good position for him. Probably waiting for Arverni to start moving, because charging against moving infantry is a lot more effective than charging against unit that is standing still. Units that are moving won't be able to throw javelins, and interrupting a charge like that could be super effective for Armenian King. Now it looks like Arverni is going to start contracting the formation a bit, which is a good idea. Ideally I would have liked to see the formation contract even more. But he's still sort of warding off the Carthaginian cavalry with Levy freemen and heavy horse. The center is still a strong center, but Carthage not bringing any skirmishers has allowed them to take the cavalry advantage at least. And here we go, frontal YOLO, frontal YOLO. No javelins incoming from the chosen swords. Carthaginian cavalry smashing through in the center. This is super bad for Arverni. Look at this, charging through 2 layers of infantry, and this is why I did not like the Arverni army being as spread out as it was. It's just going to get, the Carthaginian cavalry is going to penetrate everywhere. And where are the elephants now? Yep, coming in from the flanks. Avoiding Levy freemen, using MLG mercenary Gallic warriors to just screen away the Levy freemen. And here come the elephant. I'll just be on elephant patrol now, because this is going to be this is going to be ugly. The elephants are going to roll up the entire Arverni flank. They're going to destroy Chosen Sword after Chosen Sword. Oh yeah, losing decisively. So, Chosen Swords, you're losing decisively. The frontal cavalry charge plus, so the YOLO charge, plus elephants, plus sword follow-up, when you are spread thin like this, and when you're on the move, devastating. So look at what happens to the balance of power now, in favor of Armenian King. Just starts creeping up as the elephants rack up the kills. Super effective use of cavalry here in tying down the skirmishers and stopping the ability to throw javelins for the Arverni army. Still, these Oathsworn are going to be able to throw javelins at the African War elephants. If they had a better angle, the elephants would have been running amok by now. But there's a lot of micro going on here for Arverni, so now they are running amok from the javelins. Running amok straight into a huge blow of Carthaginians, but at this point, the Arverni army is so disorganized, it's basically losing every engagement due to not getting its charges. So the Oathsworn being held away over here, and that is bad for Arverni, because that means that the Oathsworn are not going to be able to inspire all of these units, and the general isn't going to be able to do anything about the mass rout. But the general is a strategist general, of course. For Carthage, the general is dead, I guess. Looks like it. No, he's here. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. So he's a commander general. And Carthaginian cavalry just chasing away, and you won't see the Carthaginian cavalry get a lot of kills in these types of battles, but they did something super duper important. And like I often say, the whole story of how cost effective a unit was is not told on the battle results screen, because this build lives and dies by the Carthaginian cavalry's ability to chase away skirmishers and to stop infantry from throwing javelins. That's all that they're there for. They're not going to be winning any cavalry engagements. They are going to buy the elephants time to get the kills they need. They are going to stop charges, and that allows the Libyan infantry to be super effective against the Chosen Swords. So what you'll see with a unit like the Carthaginian cavalry is that the Carthaginian cavalry is going to allow other units to be more effective than they would be alone. And Armenian King really likes to use this tactic. If Armenian King has an elephant faction, you will probably see him bringing an infantry, elephant and cavalry rush, and those builds are super hard to counter. Can be done, absolutely, but it's super hard. Oathsworn general is going down, not being able to contribute to the battle in any meaningful way. The African elephants are running amok again, but it doesn't really matter. There's a whole lot of Carthage left on the field. Celtic warriors are going to lose now. The Arverni general is off the field. So this is GG any second. Frontal YOLO, sword follow-up, elephants from the flank. Textbook stuff from Armenian King. So let's have a look at the kills. Libyan infantry doing very well. Some of the Carthaginian cavalry that got into skirmishes did well, but most of the Carthaginian cavalry looks wasted. Don't be fooled, it was absolutely not wasted. It allowed the swords and the elephants to do their thing and to destroy the Arverni. So the Arverni build was, for all intents and purposes, shut down. And I think the main mistake that Wingman 999 did was spreading his men too deep, allowing his sword followers, or his chosen swords, to get charged by cavalry instead of having the levy freemen as speed bumps to throw javelins there. But it's always difficult to play against someone like Armenian King, and especially when he uses cavalry plus elephant rush. That can be super hard to face and to stop. So congratulations to Armenian King, he advances to the next round. Thank you to NNS Wingman 999 for joining the tournament. I hope you had fun, had a lot of fun watching this battle. Strength and honor.